Hi, let us solve a problem in IIT JEE 2003 from definite integral chapter. Basically it is from area chapter, so we'll get definite integrals. Now I'll describe you the problem first. So it is asking for the area bounded by the curves y equal to root x. Now y equal to root x is also a monotonously increasing function. As x becomes more and more, it keeps increasing. Root 10 is smaller than root 100 or smaller than root of 10,000, but it doesn't look like an exponential curve, but is an increasing curve which keeps increasing. And 2y plus 3 is equal to x, so that can be plotted. You can substitute different values of x and calculate y and then plot the straight line. And basically they are asking for the area bounded by these two, this straight line and this curve. So we need to get this intersection point, which means y equal to root x is y square is x. We substitute this, so we know x is y square. We substitute this, and basically if you substitute x is equal to y square, all that is written. You can pause the video and do the calculation yourself, and then factorize it. So you will realize that y equal to 3 and y equal to minus 1 are the different solutions to this. Now and y is minus 1 will be at the lower side, and we need only 3 because we can easily understand that x is not defined for negative, I mean root x is not defined on the negative side, so this is rejected, and this is on the lower side, which is not possible by root x. So for positive x we get root x as positive, so we are only talking about this region that is shaded. So we have to perform this integral basically. Now we can write it in two parts. You can write it from 0 to 3, you take only root x, not a problem, because this integral is here, only this part. And then from 3 to this intersection point, now we get this intersection point as x is equal to 9 by solving. So 3 to 9 will be root x minus this expression, x minus 3 by 2, and you know, so it's this can be so it can be written as also you can solve this integral straight away. This is another way, alternate way to write this integral, that you write it from 0 to 3 as if you are looking at from the from the x-axis and integrating along the y-axis. That's another style of writing it. So you have to write this equation first, and this equation whichever is on the lower side, because this area is negative if you look at it from the right side. If you see it towards the origin from the right side, then you have to write the equation of the straight line first, because this whole area will come out to be negative. So the straight line will be first, and the root x, that is basically y, has to be written later. So if you appreciate that you have to find out the values of x, and you have to eliminate x, and you have to integrate with respect to y. Now look at this expression, x is 2y plus 3, so it is 2y plus 3, 0 to 3. The equation of the straight line is written first, and then after that you are again integrating from 0 to 3, the upper one, and if you see the upper one is actually root x, so x is y square, so it is y square 0 to 3 dy. And if you solve this, in any case both of these are easy to solve, and if you solve them you will be getting 9 square units. So that's the way it is done. Thank you. Hi, let us solve a definite integral problem. Actually it's an area problem given in IIT JEE 2005. Let us read out the problem first. The area bounded by the curves y equal to x plus 1 whole square. Now x plus 1 whole square is basically y equal to x square, which is shifted on the one side, and y equal to x minus 1 whole square is also basically y equal to x square shifted on the other side, because x plus 1 you can replace as capital X, say, then you will be getting the nature of the curve as y equal to x square. Similarly x minus 1 is capital X, then y equal to x square. The nature of the curve will be known, it is very symmetrical, and basically it is shifting on left side and right side at the two values. X is equal to 1 means this is the situation where x minus 1 whole square is becoming 0, and it's just a shift on each side. Now we know that these graphs will be touching the x-axis because they are repeat roots, and we know the nature of the graph. Now they want the area bounded by these curves and line y equal to 1/4. So like y equal to 1/4 is a line parallel to x-axis. So basically this is the area, this triangle area is what they are looking for, and again that is symmetrical. So you can integrate only on the positive quadrant. Integrating it in the positive quadrant is very easy, and it will be 2 times this very triangular shaped. It's not exactly a triangle, this is a curve, but okay, it's a triangular shaped. 2 times this area is what they are asking for. It's the easy one. So we have to find out the limit. So y equal to 1/4, if you substitute in this equation y equal to x minus 1 whole square, so 1/4 will be x minus 1 whole square. Solve it, so you will be getting this coordinate and this coordinate if you just solve it. So you will be getting 2 values, minus 1 plus half and minus 1 minus half, something like this. So on the x is equal to minus 1, you have this here, and it is symmetrical, and so it will be minus half on one side. So this side will become, this will be exactly symmetrical. So minus 1 is here, minus half is here, this is half and this is 1. It is in between all this. So exactly you can easily substitute and solve also. So if you substitute, you will be able to get the values of x. Now if you have to integrate this area, this A, and then this midpoint and C, this area, then you will be easily integrating from 0 to half. So it will be required area will be 2 times 0 to half x minus 1 whole square minus 1/4, because this integral is on the lower side. So this even a straight line or it's a curve, it will be on the lower side. So it will upper function minus the lower function, and so it will become 1/4 dx. And so if you just solve this integral, a very simple integral to solve, you do it yourself, very simple one, you will be getting 1/3 square units. A very simple problem. Thank you. Hi, let us discuss definite integral problem in area IIT JEE 1989. Now the problem is that find all the maxima and minima of the curve y equal to x into x minus 1 whole square, where x is in between 0 and 2, and also find the area bounded by the curve y equal to x into x minus 1 whole square. Okay, and the y-axis and the line y equal to 2. So all these information has been given. We can draw the graph appropriately. So y equal to 2 means this straight line, this one, and then we got the curve. We saw 1 as a repeat root, and this is a cubic equation, and it passes through 0. So it's easy to guess this curve, and they are talking about this area. So we just differentiate dy by dx, we get the value. We just multiply and differentiate, you can do that as well. And we see that if these solutions are x is equal to 1 and 1/3, so we know that these are the places where we have the maxima and minimas, or these are the places where you have the slope as 0. We find the double differentiation easily, and again we can multiply and differentiate. There will be 6x minus 4. Substitute the values as x is equal to 1, we get a positive value at x is equal to 1, which means after that the graph is going up, and at x is equal to 1/3 we get a negative value, which means this is a maxima. So dy by d2y by dx square is x is equal to 1/3, it is 6 into 1/3, and this is minus 2. So it's a negative value and the graph is going down. So at x is equal to 1/3 there is a maxima, and x is equal to 1 there is a minima, and hence the max value of y is in this region. Here there is a maxima is 4 by 27 within this region, otherwise the value of y can grow up more, and the minimum value is of course 0. We can see it from the graph itself. So the required area in the shaded region would be this upper curve minus the lower curve. So the upper curve minus the lower curve will be 2 minus y dx, and that will be x into x minus 1 whole square dx. And this is a very simple integral, just expand it and solve it, and then you will get your result as 10 by 3. Thank you. Hi, let us solve a problem in IIT JEE 1995 in definite integrals. Now I'll describe you the problem. It's a very simple one on absolutely on the definition of the area that we have, that if you integrate fx from within a limit, then you get the area. So it's just a very simple one. I'll read out the problem. The slope of the tangent to a curve y equal to fx at x comma fx. So at any x the y will be fx, and they are giving you the generic slope is at 2x plus 1, which obviously means that f dash x is 2x plus 1. It's a nice way of writing. Mathematicians are very good in English, of this kind of English, and they check people's IQ by this kind of English. That's another way. They have a pleasure to check IQ with this kind of English. So the slope of the tangent to a curve y equal to fx at x comma fx is 2x plus 1. In simple words, it is f dash x is 2x plus 1. If the curve passes through the point 1 comma 2, which means fx passes through 1 comma 2, then the area bounded by the curve with the x-axis and the line x is equal to 1 is, okay. So it is very clear that f dash x is 2x plus 1. So if you integrate this, then we will be getting fx is equal to 2x integral is x square, 1 integral is x, and then obviously you will have an unknown constant c. It's a differential equation without a constant, so c is an unknown constant. Obviously it will be x square plus x plus c. So given fx passes through 1 comma 2, then one should satisfy this equation, so it means f1 will be 1 plus c, and so we know that it is given that f1 is 2. It is told that it passes through 2. So this is an initial condition to find out the unknown constant c, that is known as the initial conditions or given conditions, whatever. So basically c is 0 and f1 is 2 because f1 is 2. So y equal to fx is x square plus x. Now we have to find out the minima. We know that also very clearly, that x square plus x, if you want to find out the minima, the very standard trick in case of a quadratic is that instead of solving it straight away, what we do is we just make a perfect square out of it. So we write it as x square plus 2x into half, that is x is written as 2x plus half, and then half square, and then as you introduce this extra term, so you write minus 1/4, which means it is x plus half whole square minus 1/4. So x plus half whole square minus 1/4. So y equal to fx is a parabola with the lowest point, the vertex being minus half minus 1/4. Minus half minus 1/4 is this point. So the lowest point is minus 1/4 anyway. Now the required area, that means we also know that fx is passing through 0, because we just now saw that fx is x square plus x, which means x is equal to 0 satisfies this equation, so it passes through 0, and we also know that it is a parabola. So obviously if they are asking from 0 to 1, then it is straight away this parabola passing from 0 to 1, and this area is what they are asking, which means the required area is 0 to 1 x square plus x dx, which you just simplify and you will get 5 by x, very easy integral. Thank you.
Can we try to solve one area problem in IIT JEE 1994? The question is, we have to draw this graph. The question is, there are two parabolas given, 4x minus x square and x square minus x. I mean, in IIT, parabola, circle, line, they are very common. So we get a lot of problems on parabola, this is one with them. And the question is that this area which is bounded by these parabolas, x-axis divides this area in what ratio? So the upper one and the lower one, and what ratio it is divided by. So basically they are asking that. So we have to find out the upper area and the lower area. The upper area is this part, from x-axis beyond. And the lower one is this. The lower one will come out to be negative, and we have to identify that. Okay, so let us look at the positive graph first. This is x square minus x. Let us confirm. X square minus x can be easily written as x into x minus 1, which means x is equal to 0 is a solution and x is equal to 1 is a solution. So x is equal to 0 and 1, and the parabola passes through x. This is correctly drawn. And so this is x square minus x, y equal to. So y equal to x square minus x is this equation, easily guessed. X is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 is the solution. The next one can be solved. many ways. So we can write it as, I can see it will be perfect square of 2. So we can write it as 4 minus 4 plus 4x minus x square. I use this part of the board. Can I write it as 4 minus 4? 4x minus x square. Do you understand what I am writing there? So I write it as 4 minus, and this is 2 minus 4x. Sorry. Minus plus x square. This is 4 minus. I can write it as x minus 2 whole square. So it will be 4 minus x minus 2 whole square. Means it will be basically passing through the okay, this will be an inverted one, but doing this, does this help? By doing this, how does it help? It means as if x is equal to 2 is a point. If x is equal to 2, then what do we get? A maxima we get. So this is a great way to find out the maxima in this case, because x minus 2 whole square is negative. Minus of x minus 2 whole square. Because it is minus of x minus 2 whole square, it's a parabola which is inverted. And it will be symmetrical around x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 and the parabola is symmetrical around x is equal to 2. And at x is equal to 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. So the max value is 4, which means the matrix of the apex value is 2, 4. So also we got the max, and we know it is symmetrical around the x-axis. Moreover, if we go back to this equation and take x common, so do you understand this decision why we are quickly getting the vertex point? Because you need the end points to integrate. We'll be needing them. Otherwise, how will we integrate? And this, if we take common, then it is x. 4 minus x. X, if we take common, will be 4 minus x. So that means again it gives me x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4 are the roots. So x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4 are the roots. So this parabola passes through 0, 4, highest is 2, 4 and around symmetrical 2. So if it is symmetrical around 2, then we could have guessed the answers as well. X is equal to 0, this distance is 2, then 2 to 4, the distance will be 2. It will be symmetrical around x is equal to, sorry, x is equal to 2 is actually a line parallel to y-axis and symmetrical. Now it's fine, now it's clear. Okay? So now we get this upper area and the lower area. So much so. So it doesn't take really much time. Within 2 minutes you will be able to draw the figure, I guess. You should be able to do this calculation, sir. Get the figure quickly. You should. After this discussion, you should. Now, how much will be the upper area? So how will you find the upper area? Will you directly integrate from 0 to 5 by 2? You have to solve these two also to get 5 by 2. You have to solve these two equations to get 5 by 2. That's not a very difficult thing. A quadratic equation. Let us solve it. Remember, 4x minus x square is equal to x square minus x. If you see that, x is equal to 0 is a solution, we are looking for the non-zero solution. So if we are looking for the non-zero solution, can I strike off x row? I can. X is equal to 0 is already a solution, is known. So I strike out x because I am searching for non-zero solutions of x. So I get 4 minus x if I strike out, then x minus 1. Not inventing. 4 minus 1 plus 1 will be 2x, and x is 5 by 2. So that's the way you get x 5 by 2. Very quick. So x is equal to 5 by 2 is the limit. So with so much so, we can clean off this board because we don't need this anymore. All these calculations we have to catch these points. So you got 0, 1, 2, 4, 4, 5 by 2 and all that we have got. So can we write the areas now? So this gives you very clear idea about positive and negative. So upper area is how much? The upper area would be written in 2 parts. Do you appreciate that? All of you? So 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Only this equation. What was this equation, please? Can you someone tell me? 4x minus
x square
x square
minus x
dx. 4x minus x square dx is the upper one, 0 to 1 plus 1 to 5 by 2. Is it not? 1 to 5 by 2. So 1 to 5 by 2. The upper one is same. 4x minus x square minus, this was written minus brackets x square minus x, this whole thing dx into dx. I mean, I couldn't get space, so I don't. 4x minus x square minus of x square minus x whole square. So that's again we're splitting it. So again we are not directly writing from 0 to 5 by 2. We are writing it in two parts. So this part plus this part. Just see this and this. We wrote it in two parts. And the lower one would be the value of. So lower one would be the mod of 0 to 1. That's straight. So 0 to 1. This demonstration x square minus x only dx. The x square minus x only dx. With 0 to 1 x square minus x dx. Correct. And that mod value, you will find out the value will come up to a pukka negative, and then you will take the positive value of it. And this ratio is what they have asked for. And these are trivial integrals, if you see. Which means now if you see step by step, all that was to find out the vertex and where it hits and all that. Because you have to find the vertex is this side or this side, you need it actually. If the vertex was where, like if the vertex was beyond it. I mean the figure could have been like this, and the vertex is here and this was crossing like this. Then you should know where you are going. So just to get, it is not that directly you will use the vertex. So this coordinate of 2, 4 was not actually directly used. But this gives us a good guess or idea that why are we are standing? I mean, what are we doing? Otherwise, we just are in dark. So these integrals are very trivial integrals, very simple ones. You can mentally do it. X square by 2, x cube by 3 kind of stuff. You can easily manage it out. So we will solve it and you will get these upper area, lower area, and the ratio is what they're asking. We can solve it. Thank you.